Good afternoon, everybody. We're coming to you with some mid-game action today for the Mets versus Marlins. The game is currently tied up 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth, and everybody's least favorite Met, except for mine, Brett Beatty, is at the plate with a 1-1 count. Excited to be with you here today. Swings and a miss there. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count to Beatty. Currently, we've got Starling Marte on second base. Clay Holmes gave up 2 runs in the first, but the Mets have battled back on a Francisco Lindor home run. And then also kind of a weird bloopy double for Pete Alonso that scored Jose Siri in the third inning. Beatty fouls that one away. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. It is cold. So Francisco Alvarez is starting a rehab assignment tomorrow. Jonathan, how's it going? So we're hopping on late today, but we're here, right? So just consider me a pinch hitter. So we just got everybody home from school, and they're letting me stream this game on my mobile phone. I can't stream it on the computer. Say Beatty went around, he struck out there. So that's going to end the fourth inning here. It is 2-2, and we're going to the top of the 5th inning. So we'll get our banner all set up here. I don't know why my color scheme is all off today. Everything's messed up. Hold on, let's fix some things. Yeah, everything's messed up here today. Let's go this way. There, that's better color scheme. Everything's messing with me here today. That's not the right banner, though. That's not the banner I literally just put up. Let's get the right team here, at least. It's 2-2. So I've just seen I guess it's super windy, super cold. The wind is blowing the ball everywhere. I guess 1 ball blew away from Juan Soto in the first. But then Pete Alonso got like a bloop double for the same thing. So D-Rels, how's it going? Beatty Haty, the Bader hater. All right. Well, I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Sorry we had to miss the start. We had to do a little bit of shopping for the spring concert. Our spring concert is this week, so kids needed to get some clothes and stuff, so I had to bring them over to school. Doing well. I'm going to go grab my Mets jersey since we're on commercial break here. So I'll be right back with you. I didn't throw the jersey on until late last game, and then that's when the Mets came alive. So there we go. There we go. There we go. There's a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. I'm so sick of the Marlins, guys. We faced them a ton in spring training. Then we facing them in 2 of the first 4 series of the year. Like, can we play teams that are in the National League that we haven't seen all spring training? Like, this MLB scheduling has been rough stuff. Anyway, but I'm glad to be here with you guys today. The Mets are on a 5-game winning streak, in case you did not realize. Juan Soto has reached base in every single game this season. There's a strikeout for Clay Holmes. By the way, Francisco Lindor had a leadoff home run today. He has been looking just phenomenal here. Not necessarily lots of multi-hit games, but getting the ball rolling for the Mets. I mean, that's leadoff hits in for the Mets to lead off the game. I believe it's the first at bat of 4 of the last 5 games he's gotten a leadoff hit. I haven't even got to see the home run yet, so. All right. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lindor or Beatty? You're talking about. You talk. I don't know. Honestly, I have as much concern about Vientos right now. That's a good pitch there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Xavier Edwards is hitting. I've got concern about Beatty and Vientos. Oh, Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has 9 strikeouts in the game. Thank you. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm still getting caught up on all the stats for the game. I haven't even seen the Lindor home. It's like I gotta get everything up and going here. Tell the kids, put off your homework. Daddy's got baseball to watch. That one's fouled down the third baseline. Yeah, so Clay Holmes, right? You often see this with pitchers who are good pitchers. They struggle in the first inning, and what you get off of them is what you get off them. That was like the Mets against Chris Bassett the other day. What the Mets were able to score off of Bassett was what they got in the first inning, and then after that, he shut him down. So Clay Holmes' issue early on has just been his pitch count, getting too high too early. So it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes on Edwards. He keeps fouling off. But that's 71 pitches in the 5th inning. So we really want to see Clay Holmes, as we get deeper into the season, become more efficient, where he can pitch into the 7th inning, occasionally pitch into the 8th inning. Steve Gelbs is giving out hot chocolate in the stands to fans. There you go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's inside. It's going to be a full count here. Yeah, 9 strikeouts for Holmes. This is not a fun day to hit. It's not a fun day to pitch. It's not a fun day to play baseball. There's so few fans there, guys. I mean, Mets fans have showed up. This one is lifted to shallow center field. Tyrone Taylor playing center today. So I don't have to say Jose Alexa nonstop, maybe. So Tyrone Taylor makes the out there, catches the ball. This is the Mets lineup for today, just catching everybody up. Lindor leadoff, he's 1 for 2 with a home run. Juan Soto, he's 1 for 2. Pete Alonso, he's 1 for 2. Those are your 3 hits. Again, it's the top of the lineup doing all the damage. Nimmo, he's 0 for 2. His batting average is down to 200. Vientos, 0 for 2. His batting average is 108. Marte, 0 for 1. His batting average is 167. Tyrone Taylor's at 200. Beatty is at 087. And Hayden Sanger, he's batting 9th. His batting average is 167. So Mets are still having significant problems outside of 1, 2, and 3. The good news is our pitching is bailing us out. Our pitching has been so strong that we're able to win by scoring 2 or 3 runs. That's certainly not going to keep up as we get into the heat of summer. There's just no way you're going to keep a sub-2 ERA for your pitching staff that the Mets have right now. One ball and 2 strikes here. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. He gets a swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 10. There we go. We'll represent. There's 10 strikeouts for Holmes. So that part of his game is on today. Absolutely. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-2. Hayden Sanger's leading off in the top of the order. So it is this team has just been top three. Lindor, Soto, Alonso for the most part. There's been a few contributors in random games. Jesse Winker had a big game. Nimmo's had a couple of key hits. Vientos has had one or two key hits, but it's basically been Lindor, Soto, Alonso, the starters and the relievers carrying this team. And yet we still have basically the same record as the Dodgers, right? So it's crazy. So that doesn't matter how good your team is, you can lose to anybody. Dodgers lost to the Nationals yesterday. So Dodgers are in third place in the NL West. And that was after starting out, 8-0 or something like that? It's absolutely crazy. So I was saying for Mets fans, though, we got to keep an eye on that NL West race because a lot of people were picking the Diamondbacks to get a wild card spot. Well, you got the Padres at 9-2, the Giants at 8-2, and the Dodgers at 9-3. I'm going to show this the standings on the screen. Of course, the Mets are only a half game behind the Phillies. And if they win, the Phillies lose today, the Mets will officially take over first place in the NL East. Marlins got a new pitcher in. Calvin Fauché in for the Marlins. Hayden Sanger batting for the Mets. But if you look right here on standings, you get the Padres at 9-2, the Giants at 8-2, the Dodgers at 9-3, and the Diamondbacks at 5-6. So, I mean, you've got three teams there that could potentially, one team will win the division, but you got three teams who could potentially try to make a wild card run. Of course, you got the Mets and the Phillies, and I don't think anyone believes the Braves are out of it yet. I think you'd be foolish to believe that. And you've got the Cubs, who are kind of getting out to a lead here in the NL Central. But the Brewers are not a team to give up on, and I actually had the Reds picked as a sleeper wild card pick, so they're going to need to pick it up a little bit. My other sleeper wild card pick was the Los Angeles Angels, and notice, hey, at least they haven't completely embarrassed me out of the gate today. 6-3 to start the season, and Mike Trout is looking good. So, all right, it is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hayden Sanger. Sanger fouls that one off. A good 2-strike swing. Spoil the pitch. Yes, Rels, that's true. It was the most noticeable change with being patient at the plate has been Pete Alonso this year. He's taken so many more pitches that has gotten him to so many more favorable counts and allowed him to see better pitches. Sanger rips one broken bat, base hit into left field. Yes, Texas is looking good. And I think you can't count out the Houston Astros either. And then the AL Central, I know I have it down, but Tigers are out to a lead in the division. Kansas City Royals are hanging right in there. And Yankees, despite getting off to that hot start, are already back down to 6-5. Yankees are going to have to figure out how to overcome their pitching troubles. If I were the Yankees, I'd be looking to make a move for a pitcher soon. That ball is grounded to first and bobbled. And Lindor is going to reach base on an error. That's going to be the second error of the game. he was looking for a double play, or at least to get Sanger out at first. Good props there to Hayden Sanger for hustling to second. Even though it was a grounder in the infield, he ran hard the whole way and makes it to second while it throws. So the Mets got 2 on, nobody out. It is rally pig time, guys. It is rally pig time with Juan Soto at the plate. Remember, when Rally Pig comes on, I go off the screen. It's all about letting Rally Pig did poor last game. He got benched for a game. Soto squares to bunt, but the ball gets away. Oh, but Sanger doesn't go. All right. The hustle that Sanger just had. That Sanger should have easily got him. Oh. All right. It's 2 balls and no strikes now. So Soto squared, but pulled the bat back. The ball got past the catcher. But both Soto and Lindor was waving Sanger to go, but his catcher legs did not feel it. 2 balls, no strikes to Juan Soto. He rips it. It's going to go out to right center field. Sanger's going to tag up, but instead of being able to score on that play, and Lindor moving up to third, now you got runners on first and third with 1 out. All right. Pete Alonso is coming up. 1 out. Runners on first and third. Sanger on third. Lindor on first. First pitch is a ball. There's a huge hole on the right side of the infield for Pete to shoot the ball through. That one's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Lindor is running on the play. Pete fouls that one out of play, so Lindor's going to have to go back. 2 balls and 1 strikes. That wind is that's so hard. It just looks cold. I'm getting chilly watching the flag blow in the wind out there. All right, Rally Pig, we need you. Rally Pig went 0 for 3 last game. The Mets won. Not last night. The last game we broadcast. So he got a day of rest. Hopefully he's ready to go here. That's outside. That's a good take there by Pete again. That's the type of pitch that Pete would swing at in the past, and he laid off of it there. They throw over to first. Lindor gets back on a dive in head first. 3 balls, 1 strike is the count. Pete Alonso at the plate with runners on first and third, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, tie game, 2-2. Another throw over. Lindor just gets back. All right, here we go. It's highly unlikely he's going to throw over here because he already disengaged twice. Lindor goes, and Pete fouls it back. It's going to be a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Pete fouls that one away, too. Another good battle. That was a tough pitch. Pete needed to swing at that, though. It could have definitely been a called third strike if he doesn't. This stadium is so empty. Afternoon game. It's cold. All right, let's see what Pete's got here. It's been quite the battle. Quite the battle. And Pete fouls that one down the third base line. Great at bat by Pete here. The patience. All right, here we go. We're going to 3-2 pitch again. Pete did not go on the ball in the dirt. Held up the bat. Pete's patience pays off with a walk. And I know if you're Pete, you want to hit here. Yep. Pete held it up. So it's like, it's hard, right? Because you're Pete Alonso, you want to drive in the runs, but if they're not going to give you pitches to hit. All right. It's time for Brandon Nimmo to have a breakout at bat. He does have 2 home runs on the year, but the batting average at 200 is very un-Nimmo-like. Nimmo is 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position this year. So this is the time. Hopefully Nimmo can break out right here. He's got to be patient, though. He rips it. It's going to go over the head. It's going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to be an extra base hit. Sanger is in. Lindor is in. And Brandon Nimmo gets the 2-run double. 4-2 Mets in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, that's a bat that we want to see heating up because, yep, that ball just hung out there. That's a great pitch. I like how Nimmo went the other way with it, especially when you're not locked in. This whole lineup, it's not just Beatty. This whole lineup outside of the top 3 has been that. Yep, the Rally Pig loves Nimmo. So we score Rally Pig by the inning that he comes out. So he gets credit for all runs in the inning. Because that's all he's there for. So Rally Pig. 1 for 1. 2 runs scored. But he gets the whole inning. He gets the whole inning. Unless you think it's a gimme. He went 0 for 3 last game. Maybe even 0 for 4 because he had an off day, but maybe it's Rally Pig's fault. Maybe Rally Pig needs to come out for Beatty. Well, it's Vientos now. This pitcher looks like he has no idea what he's doing. So this is a good chance for Vientos to get right too. It's a long inning. There's ball 1 inside. Let me check his pitch count because I don't think it's high, but it's not crazy high. He's only at 77. I think they'll try to get 1 more out of him. But it kind of depends on how long this inning goes would be my guess. That's just a bit low. I'm showing 71, but I think they'll bring him out. He's been close to 90. Unless for some reason he's 2. That's way inside. 3-0 to Swaggy Marky V. Mark Vientos with Starling Marte on deck. Vientos rips that to third. Nobody moves because they were playing the infield in, and Vientos grounds out. That was not a good 3-0 pitch to. Was it 3-0 or was it 3-1? Yeah, that was not a good 3-0 pitch selection. It's going to be a pitching change for the Marlins here, so we are going to have commercial break. Mark Vientos' batting average is down to 105. 105 for Vientos, and nobody's saying he needs to go. I can give you so many clips where I talked about beware of Mark Vientos having a sophomore slump. I've talked about it so many times. I do like how they have Marte batting behind Vientos today. I think that's one change that I do like. I still wish they would drop Beatty and Acuna to the 9 spot as opposed to the 8 hole to give those guys Lindor behind them. But ultimately, it's the focus that Mets fans have on just Brett Beatty right now is really weird to me, because Jose Alexa, that's the name we have to give him here because I can't use his real name because it messes with my phone that I'm streaming on. But Jose Alexa, Mark Vientos, Brett Beatty, Starling Marte, Hayden Sanger. I mean, even before that at bat, Nimmo was hitting 200 on the season, guys. This team is hitting poorly outside of the top 3 guys. Pete Alonso's our only starter who's hitting over 300. Juan Soto's getting close now. He's up to 289. And Lindor's average is up to 250. This whole team is not hitting outside of the top 3. So I'm not saying that Beatty shouldn't go down when McNeil goes back, but that to say that this team is clicking on all cylinders and Beatty's the one squeaky wheel that's the problem of all of our problems, that's just categorically wrong. Look, this lineup without McNeil, without Alvarez, is significantly weaker, and it puts more pressure on guys who shouldn't have that pressure. So I'm not here to say Brett Beatty is going to be a Met forever. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star or any of those things. I just think that Mets fans would be better off looking at the broader spectrum as to why are we struggling to get hits from 6 to 9 in the lineup, not just one batter. Start Mart at the plate, coming back from this pitching change here. First pitch was a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Second ball is fouled away. So there's 2 runs in, but the Mets were threatening for a lot more. It'd be really nice. A single drives home, too. On a cold, blustery day like today, I feel like getting up by 4 runs would be really nice for this pitching staff. Ooh, he took that one. That was close. It was a good take, but man, that's close. That's a close take. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to start, Mart. The whole bottom half of the lineup is horrible, Rels. The whole bottom half of the lineup. Marte fouls that one off. That was probably a ball, but you got to swing at that too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyler McGill pitches tomorrow. Tyler McGill is 2-0 with a .87 ERA. You're going to be there, Jonathan. Awesome. I'm hoping I can stream again tomorrow. So Marte fouls that one away. So the one good thing I'm seeing, lots of good long at-bats, especially on a cold day like this. Yes, enjoy the game. Cheer on Tyler McGill for me. Marte gets it. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. And it's going to score 2 runs. Oh, man. Rally Pig loves Marte. Marte loves Rally Pig. Someday, I have my dream. I'm going to get like all these Mets autographs on Rally Pig someday. That was beautiful. That wind did just enough Just enough to bloop that in there. That's what the Mets needed. Tyrone Taylor is up. He's going to fly this to right field. And he is going to be retired there. So that was big to get those extra 2 runs home. Because a 4-2 lead is obviously better than 2-2 tie. But 6-2 feels so much better. I think, unless there's some reason not to, I don't see any reason why they don't bring Clay Holmes back out. All right, so Rally Pig. He still stays at 1-for-1 because it's by the inning. So 4 runs. Much better performance today, Rally Pig. Everybody give Rally Pig props. He's gonna go rest for a little bit till we need him again. Rally Pig came through. My wife is making tacos, and I can smell the tacos because like she doesn't use like taco seasoning from a package. She makes it all like real ingredients. Like she makes her own taco seasoning and everything. I can smell it, but gotta wait till the game is over. So it's gonna be another hour and a half till I get to eat tacos. Derails 80-80. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us here today. Hit that like, hit that subscriber on our journey to 200 subscribers. That's our goal. Let's see if we can get there by the end of April. So, one of the things, since I got you guys here, I would love to know what sort of baseball content. I've got a bunch of ideas in my head of different things, but what sort of baseball content are you not finding on YouTube that you'd like to have? Yeah. Don't go to the hospital before the game actually starts tomorrow, Jonathan. This first pitch is lifted high to right field. Soto gets under it, makes the catch. 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, I have the wrong inning. Hold on. Let me fix the banner here. All right, we got no balls, 1 strike here. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out. Mets are up 6-2 on a nice big 4-run inning that they did. I appreciate it, T-Rels. I got no hate for you. We disagree on the Beatty thing. That's totally cool. Share your opinion. We'll have fun with it. And they're just talking about this on SNY. I had not heard this. So former Met Octavio Dotel passed away in a nightclub roof collapse. I'm going to post the link and we'll share it here. He was a former Mets pitcher, 51 years old. So that's a 4-pitch walk to Conine. So it's going to be a runner on. Let me share screen here really quick. So I just heard about this now because they're talking about in the game. So condolences to Octavio Dotel's family. So there's a nightclub roof collapse in the Dominican Republic. And so there he was pitching for the Mets. He started with the Mets. I believe he started his career with the Mets. Played also with the Yankees as well. So condolences to Octavio Dotel and his family. I'll be praying for them tonight. So kind of a bummer thing to hear about that. I've just literally just heard about that from the SNY broadcast. So condolences to his family, and thanks for the memories, Dotel. You know, and whether it be tragedy or old age, it's kind of weird when the guys you used to watch play when you were a kid, when they start passing away, and it's hard. So that's kind of like the hard part about being a fan. And I'm sure the older it gets, the harder it gets. You know, I remember I think probably the one that impacted me the most was Gary Carter when he passed away. You know, like I was a catcher. He was the catcher on the Mets when I was a kid. And part of, of course, that 86 team and everything. This ball is hit out to the wall here. So a double for the Marlins. This wind is nuts. This wind is crazy here. So there are runners on second and third with one out. All right, Clay Holmes is coming out of the game here. Huascar Brazoban is coming in. So we're on commercial break right now. Marlins have two runners on, one out, top of the sixth. Let's see the final pitch count. So first of all, it was 10 strikeouts for Clay Holmes on the day. So that's the good. The bad was high pitch count, and part of that was just getting behind early in the game here as well. So 87 pitches, which is right around where Holmes has been maxing out, right around that 90 pitch mark. So Huascar Brazoban coming in. I don't know if it's just kind of flashbacks from being a Mets fan over the years. Okay, the baseball content I don't get on YouTube is a whole month rundown on the Mets season and a look ahead with predictions. Okay. All right. No, I appreciate that because I'm trying to figure out some things. One of the things I wanted to do, I was thinking about, let me know. And I'm going to just try different things, but I want to bring unique stuff, right? Like there's so many, and there's good channels that do pregame stuff, do postgame stuff. I'm like, there's not a lot of live in-game streaming, so that's one thing I want to bring. But I want to bring other stuff and like other perspectives, things. But I made my predictions for which teams I thought would make the playoffs this year. I did a whole video on that, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a power ranking of following those teams or something like that. Like actually following the ups and downs of those teams as we go through the season. And then like also highlight things. So I thought something like that would be kind of a little bit different. Because again, there's already so many people who do power rankings and stuff like that. But I just thought, like, okay, I picked these teams. It'd be kind of fun to just follow them as a group and see how that would all go through. So that was something. And I've been brainstorming. I have no great ideas of something. Try to make Citi Field menu items. Well, so my wife loves cooking. And once school season is once school is done, she's gonna have a lot more time, and it would be kind of fun. That would be fun to make something, try it, test it out. That would be kind of cool. I like that. I'm gonna actually go get a notepad and jot some ideas down. So hold on. So like a monthly recap. Monthly recap of the Mets, predictions. This is a grounder to first. Pete's going to grab it and run to the bag. And so the run will score, so it's 6-3, but we do get the second out, which right now I'm just trying to do that. That run is charged to Clay Holmes. That is not charged to Brazaban. So it is 6-3. Ask the Mets office. Oh, yeah, okay. That'd be kind of fun. So a couple years ago, my kids sent stuff to Mets players, and we never got anything back. But we could try that again today too. Is there a place I can find the Citi Field menu, Jonathan? If not, I might have to have you take some pictures for me of different menu items. This is out. Wow, and that's a home run. The wind just kept taking that. Wow, 6-5. Wow. So good thing the Mets scored those 4 runs last inning, but man, that did not look like it was going, and it just kept carrying. How's it going, KC? Hope you are doing well. Well, I'll tell you one person who's not going to get the Rock Solid Relief Reward Award today. It's Oscar Brazaban. So, Mets are going to have to win a bit of a shootout today for once. That's driven to left field. Yeah, this wind is just messing. All right, well, the Mets do get out of the inning on the fly ball out there, so 6-5. It's Mets have been going from pitcher's duel to all of a sudden like a shootout. It is a close game for sure. For sure. All right, everybody's least favorite Met, Brett Beatty, except for me. Yep. I agree. And I would caution, all the Mets streamers are like, look at how amazing the Mets bullpen is. I'm like, that is such a limited sample size. I'm not saying I don't have confidence in our bullpen, but doing that. All right, we got one more thing. So asking the Mets front office for free stuff and seeing what they do. Should I just ask Steve Cohen to write out a check to pay off all my consumer debt so I can be debt-free? That would be a no. All right, we are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 6-5 Mets. We are at commercial break right now, so you're not missing any of the action. Yes, I love Dave Ramsey, so we're working through a lot of his stuff. I'm chronicling my journey out of debt on my other YouTube channel. So, but I mean, Uncle Stevie could take care of me. Uncle Stevie. Oh, that would be fun. Streaming, yeah. So do like a live. I like that idea, Midnight. So do like a live stream of a classic game. The only thing I don't know is like copyright trademark stuff and what MLB lets you do it. So gonna have to do some research here. First pitch is a strike to Beatty. That's a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's low in the dirt. Good patience here. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think one of Beatty's issues is he's been getting behind in the count way too much. And so let's see how he does here. There's go 3-1. So I think pitchers have learned challenge Beatty at the beginning, because if you get ahead of him, then you can get him to chase that high pitch. So he's taking a patient approach this at bat. Hasn't swung the bat yet. Slaps that one to third. And he beats it out. I don't know if that's going to... The ball bounced away. I don't know if he officially beat it, but that's got to feel so good for Beatty. That's got to feel so good for Beatty. So they were shifting him. Yeah, he beat it out, guys. I think... Yeah, no, he beat it out. They showed the replay. All right, so Beatty gets on. Acuna is going to pinch run for Beatty, and will also take over for defense the rest of the way. So kudos, Brett Beatty. Sometimes that's all it takes to be a slump buster, right? All right, Hayden Sanger is up. Sanger bunts. That's a beautiful bunt. And wow, they got him at first. I don't know how he got him. I think he was safe. I mean, it was a great effort by the catcher. Yeah, he's safe. Hayden Sanger's going to be safe at first. Now, technically, he was running inside of that baseline. I'm pretty sure that Sanger beat that up. First of all, that was a absolutely beautiful bunt. Okay, that's the first part of that. Second of all, that was a tremendous effort by the Marlins catcher. I mean, stellar. Oh yeah, that clearly, foot is on the base, ball is not in the glove. Third of all, and it's the second time I'm saying this for Hayden Sanger, he hustled down that line. Yep, 2 hits for Sanger today. I'm just going to tell you, like, it's about a Mets-Phillies game, kind of. Good. See, I got to I got to have notes here when I'm doing all this stuff so I can check all this stuff out you guys have. Way, my girl, my girl. Sounds good. I'll take a look. Is it something I can react? Do I need to pre-watch it, or can I just live react it? I'll have to. I think I can do some stuff with StreamYard. I think there's things I can do. All right. I also need to do an old Raul. Let's go Mets, baby. Awesome. I'll have to do it. I'm writing stuff down. All right, this is my old fan yells at cloud. Here, I have one simple way to fix. Okay, so you're talking like, yeah, Raul, we shared the article. I'll post it up on in case you haven't heard about that. Octavio Dotel passed away in an accident in a roof collapse. That's the link. We covered that earlier, but yes. Condolences to his family. All right, we got a pitch clock violation. It's 1 ball, no strike on Lindor after pitch comm issues. Yeah, so if you haven't read the article, very unfortunate situation. He came up, I believe he came up with the New York Mets. So first pitch, well, it's not the first, I guess it's, I don't know what it is. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a strike down the middle. So Jonathan, longest Mets games marathon live stream. Okay, no graphic content. Okay, midnight. Thank you. That's the key thing. Like, that's a ball in the dirt. That was this is what's nice about the bottom of the lineup. If the bottom of this Mets lineup can do this, get on base, turn the lineup over, Lindor flies to the center. It's going back, but the wind's going to knock this one down. Acuna's tags at second, goes to third. Ball got loose. He thought about trying to score there. He does not. So runners on first and third with 1 out. Juan Soto coming to the plate. Are we doing another pitching change here? Yeah, we're going to do another pitching change here. So we're got another commercial break. Appreciate everybody being with us today. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are MetropoliFins. I don't even know what name I go by. My name is Craig. We are MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel on the path to 200 subscribers. So you can help us out by liking, commenting, saying hi, all those good things. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with us here today. It is still 6-5 Mets, but they are threatening here. Why does it say Blue Jays? Why does my banner keep messing up? And nobody even told me. All right. There we go. Don't even know what team I'm playing. I don't know my name. Don't know my channel name. We're barely hanging in there today. All right. Let's see. Who's coming in to pitch? They should have that announced by now. Henriquez. So we're still on commercial break. Ronnie Henriquez. They're going to walk Juan Soto with runners on first and third to load the bases for Pete Alonso. My goodness. That's respect, guys. Well, there you go. So you get Pete. Pete gets a shot here. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, barely. All right. No balls, one strike. Pete Alonso at the plate. Bases loaded. Pete rips it. Oh, it's going to go all the way to the wall, guys. That's going all the way to the wall. Oh, they walk Soto, and there you go, Pete Alonso. I have no idea why they just did that. 3-run bases clearing double for Pete Alonso. Like, honestly, I know Soto's a threat, but Pete has been way, way better hitter to start this season. Every time Pete Alonso has one of those hits, he just sees like another $1 million hitting his bank account. I have no idea. All right. It is 9-5. Brandon Nimmo is at the plate. I mean, it was a beautiful pitch. I have no idea what the Marlins are doing. Could be. Well, now he has a horrible record against Alonso, too. I don't know. And they were playing the infield in, and they were playing the outfield with shallow against Pete Alonso. I have no idea. Well, whatever. It's 2 balls, no strikes, but we'll take it. We'll take it. The Mets bats need this. Not just the top of the lineup. Another pitch clock violation. It's going to be 3 balls and no strikes on Nimmo. That pitch was a good pitch, too. That got called off there. I have the Mets broadcasters are absolutely ripping apart the Marlins manager right now. That's ball 4. Nimmo walks on 3 pitches, I guess. I don't know what you say. Does a pitch clock violation count as a pitch? I have no idea. All these newfangled rules. So it is 9-5 Mets. Here's a reset for everybody here. It is 9-5 Mets. Bottom of the 6th. Runners on first and second. There's only 1 out. And Mark Vientos has a chance to come. First pitch is a strike. He's 0 for 3 on the day. So Vientos needs these hits. For all the heat that Beatty is taking, Vientos has not been much better. So let's go, Vientos. This is the perfect opportunity. That's in the dirt. Wow, they said he swung at that. 0-2 is the count. No balls, 2 strikes on Mark Vientos, swaggy Marky V. So the Mets were out to a 4-run lead. They gave up 3 in the top of the inning, and they got the 3 back in the bottom of the inning. So on a day when the pitching has not been there for the Mets, the offense has bailed them out, which is exactly what you need. That one is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mark Vientos here. Woo! That's a close pitch, but they called it a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vientos. That was a good pitch. Very good pitch. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how it's officially scored at this point. It's like with the Manfred runner where they get the extra base runner and extra innings. It is now possible to pitch a 10-inning perfect game and lose. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vientos. Vientos fouls that one back. So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. All right, here we go. Vientos shows some patience there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So it's a full count. So this is a good at bat by Vientos here for sure. All right, here's the payoff pitch and swings right through it. So Vientos is 0 for 4 on the day. Let it be known that Brett Beatty's batting average is higher than Mark Vientos' batting average on the season now. After an 0 for 4 day for Vientos and Beatty went 1 for 3, Beatty's hitting 125. Mark Vientos is down to 103. So that's all I'm going to say. Marte got hit. Has DoorDash always had reserve zones? I don't want to. So as long as I've been doing it, which is like 2.5 years at this point, they've always had zones, and some zones are easier to get in. But yeah, you'd always have to, like, if you're going to schedule, you have to schedule ahead. Oh, got Marte's hand. All right, well, congrats. So DoorDash is, well, so first of all, I got it on the other channel. Of course, Casey, you know, I got a ton of videos on it. That got like right on the wrist of Marte. Looks like he's going to be okay. Marte's going to stay in the game. Bases are loaded. Tyrone Taylor's coming to the plate for the Mets. He's 0 for 3 on the day. This is a good time for him to break out here too. So, yeah, so you're going to, depends on our zone where I live is so big. That's a strike high part of the zone, Casey. Our zone is so big that I don't worry about the other zones because my zone is about. Got it. Yeah, so I don't know too much about that. It just depends on what your motivation is. If you just want to knock out 300 deliveries the quickest, just take as many earn by time slots as you can and just do them, get to know it, and go from there. But if you're more about trying to maximize your earnings, then I just got myself a catering order for tomorrow. So, but I would, just depends on if you're trying to just unlock things. Sometimes with these apps, if you want to unlock something, you just got to go do the work, put a bunch of work in, and just get it unlocked so you have it. Other times it's like, forget about jumping through their hoops and just do what makes you the most money. So you're going to have to kind of decide what works best for you. Tyrone Taylor rips it. It's going out. Oh, what a beautiful catch. Wow. That was a beautiful catch. That was full extension. Did he actually hold on? Hold on. Looks like he did. Yeah, it looks like he held on. Wow. That's a beautiful catch, guys. I mean, you see highlights and replays every now and then, but watching live in real time, that's the best catch I've seen in a long time. Wow. I saw a great catch from Seattle the other night, but that one was, I mean, that saved 3 runs. All right, well, we're going to the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, not always. But get yourself on the schedule. They're gonna give you better offers at the beginning when you start on DoorDash, Casey. So, and just schedule out. There's no penalty for not showing up when you schedule. So, did he break his hand on that one? Yeah, I know they were like doing X-rays or something, but that was a great catch. But this one was also, that was full extension running away. That was a beautiful catch. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Mets. I mean, you could hear the fans' reaction in the crowd. I mean, I'm kind of awestruck at that catch. I keep seeing it. I don't know how he actually made the catch and held it without dropping it, like when he hit the ground. That's beautiful. Nothing you can say other than just an amazing defensive play. He ran so far. They were playing so shallow for Tyrone Taylor. And that's something that's going to show up in the box score as an out for Tyrone Taylor, but he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, the vast majority of center fielders don't make that catch. Gotcha. Yeah, so schedule out, KC. Go into the scheduling part of the app and then schedule out as many days as they'll let you, and just take whatever slots are available and then check back a couple times a day for your key stuff, and then find out what time. So for me, every day at 3 p.m., 6 days out becomes available. So as long as I schedule at 3 p.m. every day, then I'm always scheduled 6 days out in advance. And so like tonight, I didn't go out for supper. And so then I just canceled the dash and it went to somebody else. But I have all my dashes scheduled for all day tomorrow if I want them. This is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brazaban is still pitching for the Mets here. Top of the 7th. Brazaban had a tough 6th inning. But that was also coming in with runners on for Clay Holmes. So sometimes relievers do better with empty bases. That's ripped foul down the 3rd baseline. Why is it so cold up north for everybody? Yeah, that's the best suggestion. And just there's 0 penalty for not, as a little blooper into center field. There's no penalty for not showing up for a dash. So just get on the schedule. And I don't ever schedule more than about 3 or 4 hour chunks in a row. And I try to get separate little chunks. Oh, that would be interesting. Steve Cohen, invest to make $765 Soto money back. There's a ball, I guess. Let me see. I want to replay that really quick. Yeah, that was definitely a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now is the count. Halo's about to start in Tampa. Let's go, Angels. I really want to see just a Mike Trout revival year. Baseball is better when Mike Trout is playing well. And I really want to see him get to the playoffs again. That's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner on first, no outs, top of the 7th. They're saying the Rays are starting like an 18-game homestand because it rains so much in Florida and their stadium doesn't have a roof because they're using the Yankee or 13 games. 13-game homestand, not 18, sorry. Yeah, he is looking good. So I picked him to get MVP votes this year. It's like it was kind of getting to the point where every baseball fan, not everybody, a lot of baseball fans were like starting to count him out. He's cooked. Swing and a miss. Good strikeout there by Brazaban. We're going to do a pitching change here for the Mets. Brazaban's coming out. Sorry, Brazaban. I cannot give you the rock-solid relief performance today. He pitched okay, but we got to save it. We got to save it for something better here. Who's coming in? AJ Minter. AJ Minter coming in for the Mets here today. By the way, for those of you guys following the Little League season, we played yesterday. We lost. I think we're either on a 3 or 4 game losing streak. However, we did have a good comeback. We were down by 11, and we ended up only losing by 1. So it's pretty hard to do with kids to keep them emotionally invested in a game when they're down by 11. So some good resilience. My son went 3 for 3 yesterday, 3 infield hits. So I can give you his his batting average went up to I'm just going to read it to you. It's insane. Like, my son has destroyed every possible accomplishment I ever did as a little leaguer. My son's batting average for the season is up to 708. All right, so he has 17 hits and 24 at-bats, plus 18 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. If you run all of those numbers, his on-base percentage is a meaty 841. So when he comes to the plate, there's an 85% chance he's ending up on first base. Okay. And he's up to 57 stolen bases on the season. Second on his team, who's a really good kid, more of our power hitter, second on the team, has 36. This is that's in 15 games. So anyway, I was proud of the team for coming back and staying in the game and cheering the whole way through, even though we couldn't get the win. Oh, and my son also pitched yesterday. Pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, but had one really. His first inning was really good that he pitched. 13 pitches, gave up a couple hits, but was able to throw a runner out at the plate. He also caught a line drive as a pitcher yesterday too. So I'm very pleased. I know not all of you care, but some of you guys are following along with the Little League season. We have four regular season games left, then playoffs, and then wait and see if we get a call for All-Stars. So I know my vote, but I'm also highly biased. It's a pitch inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. AJ Minter is pitching for the Mets. Top of the 7th inning, Mets are up 9-5. Marlins have a runner on first with 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a beautiful pitch. Nice curveball in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. 2 outs here, top of the 7th inning. We'll do a nice little, oh, you know what? Let me see. We always raid creators at halftime, but I haven't even, we got a late start today. I'm like so mentally behind on that. So let me see if I can find them. See if I can find a creator that we haven't rated yet who's streaming this game. Filter. All right. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Wagaman. First pitch is a strike. No balls, 1 strike for AJ Minter pitching here. All right, we're going to try this guy again. The last time we were set up to raid this guy, after we were set up to raid, he changed it to subscriber only mode. So let me so if you want to join us here, there's 1 ball, 2 strikes here. All right, so here we go. If you want to raid other creators, we're going to just say hi, do a quick little raid over on another channel here. Well, we tried raiding them previously, but they had turned their chat to subscriber only. So there's the link in the chat. Three balls and 2 strikes is the count here. Wagaman hits this high out to left field. The wind is going to knock it down, and Nimmo makes the catch to retire the side. So it is 9-5. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Thank you, Jonathan. Anybody else who wants to join us, head on over. Just leave something positive, something encouraging. Hit their like if you like how they talk. Hit the subscribe, whatever sort of thing you guys want to do. Just sharing some love, helping other creators out. Hey, Pure Adrenaline Sports, thanks for the counter raid. Hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We are proudly YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the counter raid. You guys are all awesome. Cope Kills, Pure Adrenaline, you're awesome. Appreciate you so much. Bam Man, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe. We cover baseball and football from a New York Mets and Miami Dolphins fan perspectives. Let's go Mets, baby. Looking good so far this season. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Just trying to share the creator love all around YouTube world. Appreciate y'all. You guys are awesome. We tried rating you guys the other day, but it was on subscriber only mode. So we found a time that you weren't. Awesome. Thank you so much, James Phillips. Appreciate you. Let's go Mets, baby. Appreciate you guys. And there's a base hit. There we go. The raid, the counter raid, and Luis Angel Acuna base hit. Frank T, how's it going? Beatty got a hit today. Luis Angel Acuna got a hit today. We're in like some sort of crazy Mets time warp here. Hey, Mets fan, what a great name. Appreciate you so much. Pure Action Sports, you guys are awesome. Pure Adrenaline Sports. Got that wrong. Pure Adrenaline Sports, you guys are awesome. Appreciate all you guys. Acuna versus Beatty. The debate. The Beatty. So thank you guys, Pure Adrenaline Sports. You guys are awesome. All right, Hayden Sanger's at the plate here. Got a 1-0 count with Luis Angel Acuna on first. He's going to be looking to steal, I hope. That throw goes in the center field. Acuna steals easily. 1-1 strike is Colin Sanger. Yeah, that's what is the password? Mike Piazza is the best catcher ever. That's a really long password. Appreciate you guys. Pure Adrenaline Sports, you guys rock. Sanger chaps this to the right side. That's going to move Acuna over to third. So Sanger has had a great game today, guys. A great game. If you want to pick on anything Sanger did, it was maybe not advancing on that one pass ball, but that was beautiful. Great performance by Sanger today. I'm saying I'd rather have Jackson Reitz up, but nothing. Hey, Stanley. Appreciate you. Pure Adrenaline Sports. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for the raid. So, all right. So now Lindor's got one job. Elevate a ball to the outfield. It's one job. Get this runner home. Get Acuna home. And he elevates it to the outfield, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. And that's going to score the run. And there's another RBI for Lindor. 100%. That's exactly what you're supposed to do in that spot. Absolute professional hitting. And again, part of that is on Acuna, part of that's on Hayden Sanger getting the runner over. Part of that, of course, is on Lindor doing his job of just looking for a ball to drive. So Stanley, appreciate you. Darren, hey, thanks for the like and the sub. Appreciate you so much. Let's go Mets, baby. And Soto goes the other way, and he also continues on with a nice hit to left field there as well. Just a really good offensive game up and down the lineup today. Does everybody have a hit except Vientos and Taylor? So everybody's got a hit today for the Mets. Every starter for the Mets has a hit other than Vientos and Tyrone Taylor. Alonso is up. Alonso's had a great day. Pete Alonso's batting average is 342. I understand that that's probably not going to last, but man, that looks really pretty next to his name. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2, Pete. That's strike, I guess. Barely a strike. Bottom outside corner there. Forget about it. Bruce Marmy, appreciate you stopping by. Forget about it. How about we say forget about it to this pitch right here to Pete Alonso? Send it out of here, Pete. That's in the dirt. You can't send that one out of here. Forget about it. Grew up in New Jersey, so I don't have like the real New Yorker accent. I got the Joyzy. I got the Joyzy accent. Pete skies this one out to right field unless the wind does something crazy. Oh, did a little something crazy, but not quite enough there. So the Mets do score 1. It is 10-5. We are headed to the top of the 8th inning. I'm a little scared because they said Danny Young is warming up. That is definitely not making me feel comfortable. Yeah, exactly. D-Rels. Yeah, not Danny Young. Hey, let's just hope he had a bad game. Yep, you better believe it. Gotta keep, especially if Danny Young is coming in the game. Maybe they're trying to save Minter for tomorrow because Minter looked sharp. Is that officially a pitching change? I'm looking to see. Are they officially? I'm not showing Danny Young in the game. Yeah, nails looking fit. Nothing but stubs by the end of the game. All right, so we have our rock solid reliever performance. How about I don't award it yet, so that way we can tempt Danny Young. You want this is my pet rock that I made in kindergarten. I still have them all these years later. So goes to our. Don't you like how I actually like put a tongue on my pet rock? I don't know why, because I was a weird kid. But anyway, I won't award the rock solid reliever performance. We'll give Danny Young something to go by. Yep, it is official. Danny Young is coming in the game. So they must be wanting to save Minter for tomorrow because he looked really sharp last inning. All right. Well, I know because like I grew up when pet rocks were a thing. He's lost both of his eyes over the years. Sorry, it kind of messes up with the green screen, but he's lost both of his eyes over the years. But I was going through some old stuff. I'm like, he needs to be revitalized and see the light of day again. So, and we also, for those of you guys who are new, we have our rally pig. He came through earlier today. We brought him out, and then the Mets scored 4 runs in that inning. So that's our rally pig. Oh, sorry. I forgot to correct the score. Thank you so much. Thank you. We got that fixed. Griffin Conine is leading off for the Marlins here. Thank you. Got that fixed. Vision is overrated, especially when you're a rock, right? If you're just a rock. All right, that's a grounder to second to Acuna. Scoops it up, throws it over to first, and then hopefully we don't need our trumpets, but we do have our trumpets ready in case Edwin Diaz comes out. So those are our props. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Like I said, we are MetropoliFins. My name is Craig. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. So hanging out with you, covering this game today. Special shout out to Pure Adrenaline Sports. The link is further up in the chat. Okay, we'll put Rally Pig up for Vientos. All right, that pitch was like way outside. Ignore it. Sounds good, Jonathan. We'll rally Pig for Vientos. He needs it. I'm telling you, like, I understand why people are frustrated with Beatty, but Vientos. Hey, thank you so much. And then when it gets cold, I'm in Florida, so I live in Florida. But on the few days where it's cold or the air conditioning's too cold, I got a couple of sweatshirts. I think I have some other Mets thing somewhere too. I'll have to dig out of the closet, and eventually I'm going to get a better background. But until then, we're going to use the green screen. Appreciate you, Bruce. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. 10 runs and 11 hits are tied for season highs for the Mets this game so far. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the tail. I just like want to know like what kindergarten me was thinking. But my favorite part by far is that I gave him a tongue after I'm gonna have to do some eye transplant surgery. That is low. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 8th inning. We got 1 out. Danny Young pitching. Otto Lopez hitting for the Marlins. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded right up the middle. Lindor's got it. Woo! It was close. Closer than I thought it was going to be. Lopez got down the line really well there. That's good hustle, especially being this cold of a game. 10 strikeouts for Clay Holmes on the day. A little rough start. Then settled down and then kind of just ran out of gas at the end. So his line doesn't look great because it's 4 earned in 5 1/3 innings, but from like the end of the 1st inning through the 5th, I mean, it was good. Danny Young just threw a ball behind the batter. My goodness. Effectively wild, I guess you could call it. I do feel a little better having Danny Young in when we're up by 5. All right, this is Hicks at the plate for the Marlins here. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So far, this is the most relaxed I've ever been when Danny Young is pitching. So we'll see if we there's a strike. That's a good pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Did Danny Young pitch yesterday too? All right. That's way outside. 3-1. So are we leading off with Nimmo or Vientos next time? Let me scroll back down. You're leading off with Nimmo next inning. All right, it's full count here. 2 outs, top of the 8th. So let's see. Can Danny Young get through a 1-2-3 inning here? Could be great. I mean, we got I can't give him the rock solid relief award until I know he's coming out of the game. Oh, called strike 3. That was a generous call. That's a challenge, I think, if the ABS was there. That was close, but he got the call. So we are headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. Unless something really bad happens, the last time that's going to hit today. So appreciate every one of you. Once again, we got another 3-hour game going on. Pace of play is just not working in the Mets' favor. We've had some long games so far this season. All right, we haven't done a full scoreboard update yet today, so let's go do that. We've got some games that are going on, actually quite a few afternoon games today. Of course, in this game, it's 10-5 Mets. All right, top of the 2nd inning, Cardinals and Pirates are scoreless. It is a Paul Skeens game, so Skeens is pitching. Cardinals don't have any hits into the top of the 2nd inning now. The Nationals are once again leading the Dodgers 2-0. Nationals gave the Dodgers a loss yesterday. It'd be nice if it could go again. Red Sox and Blue Jays are 0-0, bottom of the 1st there. The Angels and the Rays are also warming up. Phillies and Braves warming up. Of course, these are the 7 o'clock games. The Tigers beat the Yankees 5-0 earlier today. Skubal got his first win of the season. And then the Guardians beat the White Sox on a walk-off walk. In the bottom of the 9th, a walk-off walk. So that's the scores. And then in terms of the late games, either games that are not yet in warm-up or starting late tonight, you've got Rangers at the Cubs. That's at 7:40, as well as Twins-Royals. Twins are getting off to a really rough start this season. 8:40 game is Brewers at Rockies. 9:40 games, Orioles-Diamondbacks, Astros-Mariners, and Reds-Giants start right after that. And 10 o'clock game is Padres-Athletics. Snowball's 1-2. Brandon Nimmo. Reed Garrett is warming up. If it is official, then we are definitely going to give the rock solid relief performance of the day to Danny Young, because I don't know how many times I'm going to have to give it to him. So I better take advantage of it while we have it. So rock solid relief performance goes to Danny Young today. All right. Well, if we're going to use Rally Pig for Vientos, we might as well bring him out now. So Rally Pig is 1 for 1 with 4 runs today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Nimmo. So a get-right day for the offense. And here's the thing. Even with that, it still doesn't feel like this offense is clicking yet. And we still scored 10 runs. So I'm excited about that. Nimmo fights that one off, grounds it to 3rd, and he's going to be out at 1st. All right, Rally Pig, you are out for Mark V. Swaggy Marky V. Rolling down the river. It looks very beautiful in New York. Nice sunset. It's been cloudy here most of the day today, so even though our sun is still technically up, it's just cloudy and dark. But I'd rather be here where it's warm than there where it's beautiful and cold. I don't do cold anymore. All right. Swaggy Marky V. 0 for 4 on the day. So we're bringing Rally Pig out for you, Mark Vientos. And again, I'm not out here saying Brett Beatty is going to be an all-star or anything like that. But right now, Beatty and Vientos have the same batting average, but not anymore because Vientos gets the hit. Actually, maybe that is it. Yeah, so Beatty and Vientos are both hitting 125 on the season. So there you go. Even if the Mets don't score here, Rally Pig got Vientos. Jonathan, you called it. You knew exactly what we needed to do. So there you go. Lucky Pig helped again. See? I'm telling you. All right. But now we got to get the run because technically it's still kind of a fail unless we score a run here. Start, Mark. Start, Mark, at the plate. Well, obviously getting hit on the hand was not super serious because he's still in this game. That is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Marte hits it. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped the ball. Oh, if Vientos had kept his eye on the ball, he could have gone to third. He didn't see it, though. These players are so done with this game. The cold, the wind. Yeah, he had it. The ground caused the fumble. Ground caused the fumble. I mean, the Marlins had an amazing catch earlier today that saved 3 runs. That is some pig. My daughter is a huge Charlotte's Web fan. This hit down the right field line and foul. This is Tyrone Taylor. So Tyrone Taylor also needs rally pick. He is the only Mets batter who has not gotten a hit yet today. So here we go. So he's the one. Now that Vientos got his hit, this is your chance here, Tyrone Taylor. Oh, but no, he hit it good, but did not. Flew out to center field. There's 2 outs. That's an 0 for 5 day for Tyrone Taylor. I will let her know that she has approval. By the way, even if you're not, even as a Mets fan, you got to go see that catch that Marlins player Hill was his name that he made. All right, Luis Angel Acuna, 2 outs. Wow, that's a bad pitch to swing at. So Acuna had a single his last at bat, came into pinch run for Brett Beatty after Beatty got a hit. Made a couple of good defensive plays as well. There's a strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Luis Angel Acuna. Rally Pig is trying to get one more run across the plate. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 8th inning. 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes. Luis Angel Acuna. Mets are up 10-5. 10-5. Acuna lays off that pitch. Almost went for it. Oh, wow. That was a ball. That was a ball. That's Acuna was called out on strikes, but that was 2 or 3 inches out of the strike zone. Challenge. All right, well, that's a bummer for Acuna because it shows up as a strikeout, but that's not even close enough to you swing to protect the plate, I don't think. If he had swung at that and missed, you would have been like, wow, why did he chase that pitch? All right, well, we're going to the top of the 9th. Mets are up 10-5. I'm going to go as soon as the game is over, help kids get ready for bed, finish any homework stuff. But we might actually come back on and just we might just talk baseball, stream some other games tonight later on. But it won't be for a couple hours probably. So we're going to the top of the 9th inning. Reed Garrett, I believe, is who they're saying is going to come in. Hasn't been canceled yet. Hasn't been canceled yet. Not yet. I don't know if I'll have to see if my son has read it. I wonder if my youngest daughter, I think my youngest daughter even read it like in her class in like first grade. I'll have to ask all of them who's actually read. I know my oldest has definitely read it. I'm pretty sure my son's read it. All my kids, but especially my older two, they're both avid readers. My daughter's always been a reader, and then my son really this year, just like it's hard to get him out of a book. He's either doing baseball or a book or iPad, and we don't let him do much iPad. So he's like baseball or a book or eating too, because he's kind of in that growth spurt. By the way, huge shout out to Pure Adrenaline Sports for doing a counter raid on us here today. Appreciate you. Let me see if I can find that link. I'll post it back up on the screen. Let me see. Do I still have it open? Oh, I still have the link. So I'll just copy and paste again. So again, check them out. You don't need to rate them again or anything like that, but check them out. And if they're your vibe, a bunch of them came over, said hi. Some of them hung out for a little while. So huge props to Pure Adrenaline Sports. So we've taken the tradition of rating other creators from Tom Grassi, and then having other creators rate us back. Counter is like that's like a cherry on the top, icing on the cake. We're just trying to share the love, and so appreciate those of you who participated. Swing and a miss. There's a 3-pitch strikeout for Reed Garrett. There's one out. One out in the top of the ninth. All right. It is 1 ball, no strikes here. Top of the ninth inning. Mets are looking to secure the series win. The Mets game starts even earlier tomorrow if all works. There's a grounder to first. If everything works, I'm planning on streaming that game as well. We're going to stream as many as we can. Best way you can help me. Whoa, I just like disappeared. Woo! Wax on, wax off. Anyway, the way you can help me the most is hit that like, hit that subscribe. The Ranger's Apprentice. All right, sounds good. I will see if she knows about it. She's read more books than I know what she's read. She's read all the Narnia stuff. She's read all the Lord of the Rings stuff. She's not really interested in the Harry Potter stuff. Half swing. No balls and 2 strikes. Here we go. This is it. We are going to. Everything you do is karate. We are going to scooch as soon as the game is over because I got some family stuff to go take care of and some food to take care of too. Here we go. Hopefully this is it. That's inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. That ball is poked foul and goes just into the seats. All right, Lord of the Rings style fantasy. Sounds good. And she might already know about it too. So I will ask if she knows anything about it. Add it to all my notes that I had to take, all the notes I was taking during the game of all the different things you guys are saying. So I'm learning. I have to have like a place to write stuff down while streaming. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, Mets fan. Thanks for hanging out. Bruce, also appreciate you as well. I know I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch here, but I do feel like we are probably going to be done momentarily. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Francisco Lindor is all wrapped up. You can barely see. Ooh! Just outside. Ump doesn't want to go home, apparently. He could have called that. He could have called that and sent everybody home. I mean, he called one that was further out on Acuna last at bat. Grounder to Acuna. Throws it to first. Mets win. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Clay Holmes gets the win. It wasn't his best pitching performance, but the Mets bats came alive, got some fortuitous bounces. 10-run game. We're going to take it, and hopefully it'll warm up a little bit for the Mets tomorrow. Another good bullpen performance. Danny Young got our rock-solid relief performance. Rally Pig went 1 for 2, scoring 4 runs today. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Large Midnight. On your way out, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate all of you, and I will see you again soon. Have a great night.